Coming up on MCTV this week, we head over to the Armory for a program that brought local high school students together to talk about abuse and suicide. And we look at how MC is supporting Easter SEALs through a blackout. This week starts now. Welcome to MCTV This Week. With Michelle Nutting, I'm Haley Turner. A sizable grant from the college has allowed 6 Monmouth College professors to start a garden on campus. A portfolio proposal for a college garden brought together Craig Watson, Ken Kramer, Brad Sturgeon, Craig Vivian, Kevin Baldwin, and Tim Tibbetts. These professors have spent many time in the garden preparing it for the use of multiple classes on campus.
Citizenship classes, at least 3 or 4 in the Green Initiatives part of citizenship will use the garden. Other classes, we have 3 or 4 courses on campus on food themes, will probably use the garden.
The college garden, which has already provided 25 pounds of tomatoes to the school cafeteria, was funded by the college. To keep this garden alive, Watson believes that help will need to be employed.
In order to be able to maintain and expand the garden, we'll definitely need student labor. So we're looking to a variety of strategies that may involve work-study and may involve volunteers and may involve some summer research students.
Though this garden will not be a large producer, it is an educational tool for college students as well as local elementary schools. For more information about the garden or to volunteer time, students can contact Craig Watson. The College Garden can be found on the grassy knoll behind the Ross Apartment Building of Founders Village.
Last Friday, as a kickoff to Unity Day, a powerful, inspirational speaker spoke to 4 area schools. A closer look shows us just how much impact one person can have.
Manuel Scott isn't a stranger to Monmouth, Illinois. Scott came last year to speak with local high schools and was asked back to help kick off Unity Day. Approximately 1,500 students from 4 area high schools gathered at the First Street Armory in Monmouth last Friday. Unity Day, which was sponsored by United Way and Starting Point, offers hope and inspiration from what may be a rough life for these young students.
I believe that everything I went through was to prepare me for someone else, or to prepare me to help someone else. Everything in my past, the pain, the hurt, the brokenness, wasn't just for me. I believe it was preparing me to help someone else who's going through those same things. And so when I speak, I share those things. And I think I give people freedom and space to talk about their own struggles, things they're wrestling with. And whenever I play this stand game and ask them to stand up if you're thinking about committing suicide, you're depressed, you feel abandoned, you're broken, sometimes you've been molested, because I let them know I've been through those things, they're not afraid to stand.
Scott is inspiration for the character Marcus in the 2007 movie Freedom Riders and says his teacher, Aaron Gruelle, played a large role in leading him to success.
I was in that Miss Gruelle, Aaron Gruelle's very first class when she was a student teacher. She was 23 years old, clueless about the inner city, and she walks into a class of blacks, Mexicans, Asians, and one scared white kid. And she was not prepared to teach us. But she goes on to become a student of us, learns our culture, our values, our language, our music, and she uses it to build a bridge to reach us where we were, to then teach us about Shakespeare, Homer, Frost, Hemingway. And she says, you guys can use these tools to tell your story. Put down the guns, pick up a pen, summon the English language, send it into battle. You can do much more with your mind than you can do with your hands.
United Way has also helped Scott when he was growing up, and he hopes to give back to the community in any way.
If Manny Scott can do it, you can do it too. And so that's why I'm here, to give people hope, to encourage them, make them have a little fun, and just remind them that no matter how hard your life is, you can still overcome every obstacle and achieve your dreams.
For more information on Manuel Scott, you can visit his website at www.manuelvscott.com.
Last week, the kickoff for Easter sales began here on campus. Cassie Hart explains this fundraising event.
Last year, the Blackout campaign raised over $1 million for Easter seals. But what is the Blackout? 2 schools participate by selling black t-shirts that are worn to a sporting event. Illinois College and Monmouth are the first colleges to participate. On September 25th, when IC travels to Monmouth, the organizers hope to have the whole crowd dressed in black to support Easter Seals. The college goal is $5,000. Easter Seals is an organization that provides help, hope, and answers for families living with autism and other disabilities.
Things like therapy sessions, $300 a pop, $350 for a kid to go to a camp. There's just that type of money involved with services. And so when you don't have the insurance that pays for them, when that comes into play, that's why we fundraise.
The MC football team, the Community Service House, and the Student Athlete Advisory Committee has organized the event. They hope to raise most of the money through t-shirt sales. Shirts cost $10, with 5 going to Easter Seals. You can order a shirt at their table in Stockdale during the dinner hours or by sending the money to Cammie Johnson, mailbox number 1018. For MCTV, I'm Cassie Hart.
Blackout for Easter Seals started last year at Elmwood Brimfield High School. The program has expanded to 20 schools throughout central Illinois.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. On Saturday, September 11th, WMCR is having a free concert on the Dunlap Terrace. Music starts at 6 p.m. ASAP After Hours Casino Night is tonight at 9:30 in Scotland Yard. And the annual Warren County Prime Beef Festival begins tonight and continues until Saturday.
Hi, I'm Ross Donnan. Coming up in sports after the break, we take a look at the women's volleyball team as their season gets underway.
Sam, you're a whale. Courtney, you're such a slut. Mike, you're so gross and gay. Tynan, you're not the queen bee of Monmouth College.
You're damn right I am.
Welcome back. The Monmouth College volleyball team kicked off their season last Wednesday at Cornell College. Kendra Newland looks at how this year's team is shaping up.
With a tough loss against Cornell College as a season opener, Monmouth easily sprung back this past weekend with a 4-0 sweep at their home invitational. The team is hoping to regain what was lost last season with a group of veteran underclassmen, the return of a leading force at the net, and the addition of some very talented freshmen. Senior Allison Schroeder is back into the swing of things after an early ACL injury prevented her from competing last season. Sophomore Chelsea Widdop will also help the Scots earn victories as last year's kill leader of the team. Sophomore Claire Hermie and juniors Megan Crean and myself are also in the mix with high percentage points in blocking and hitting. Junior Jenna Bean returns to the back row as this year's defensive specialist. Newcomer Emily Kozlerich will also help Bean defend the Scots. A winning season wouldn't be possible without the sets from senior Laura Anton and freshman Molly Murdoch. Instead of one, Coach Shimon is relying on the look of 2 different setters to distract the opponents. The Fighting Scots head to Aurora, Illinois for a tournament this weekend. For MCTV, I'm Kendra Newland.
The Netters will be on home turf next weekend as they host the MC Quad Tournament. Michelle and Haley will be right back after this.
Last Saturday, the Dunlap Terrace became a cultural showcase. The 16th Cultural Festival brought the Monmouth community together to learn about different cultures through stage performances, ethnic cuisine, and displays showcasing different countries around the world.
Guerrero is like a place in Mexico that we traditionally dance
and all the practices we've done and like performances.
The excitement's great. It's good to see all the people out. Everyone's having fun. Good to see children and adults and everyone here.
The Cultural Festival is sponsored by the Office of Intercultural Life along with the Public Affairs Committee.
And that's MCTV This Week. I'm Ross Donnan.
And I'm Haley Turner. Make sure you tune in next week for another edition of MCTV This Week.
And I'm Michelle Nutting. You can also watch us on the web by going to monm.edu/MCTV. We'll see you next week.